Good morning, gentlemen. This is John Vickers, owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the Courageous Men program. We help men like you become the most elite versions of themselves through fitness, faith, family, and finances. And this is the Daily Wake Up. So I've talked about a lot of different things. Like in the intro, right? We're about fitness, faith, family, and finances. Trying to help you chase your mission. Mission of being the most elite version of yourself and become the high performer that you know that you're able to become when it comes to all four phases of your life. One thing that I always struggled with when it came to creating success in my life was actually knowing what to take action on a week-to-week basis and a day-to-day basis. I had no idea. I was always struggling with this, right? So I would set goals. I'd set 5-year goals, 3-year goals, 1-year goal, quarterly goals, and then not even come close to hitting them. And I didn't know why. I was just like, fuck, man, setting these goals like everybody else is doing, and I am just not even close to hitting them. Not even close. And it was the most frustrating thing in the world for me to continue to just struggle and set these goals. I'm like, what the fuck am I setting these goals for if I'm not hitting them? If I'm not doing anything even close, remotely what I'm setting these goals for? I would set a minimal goal, I'd set a high goal, and I'd set an impossible goal. And I just wasn't hitting them. And it was, like I said, just frustrated the shit out of me. I just didn't know what to do. Just struggled with it all the time. So, I've even talked about this being part of another program, a men's program, where every quarter we would set goals, and I'd set these goals. We would do the self-assessment to see where we are of where we're currently at. Then we'd set goals for the next, depending on where we were, the next year, if we were in quarter 4 heading into the next year, or we would set quarterly goals. And I would do this and set these quarterly goals, and then again, just not shit happening. My big problem was I didn't know how to break it down into smaller pieces to actually achieve these goals. I didn't know what actions to take on a daily basis to actually make something fucking happen. And this is something that limited me every single month, every single quarter, every single year. It wasn't until I finally fucking figured it out. It took help from other people and how to break down how to actually make it happen. So we set our quarterly goals, right? Perfect. What has to happen during that quarter to make this happen? We then break that down into monthly goals. Okay, what has to happen this month to hit these numbers, these things in that quarter? And then we set weekly goals, okay? That's what our Sundays are for. Our Sundays are to set these weekly goals. What do we have to do this week to get to this monthly goal, which then will help translate to getting to this quarterly goal, which then will translate to getting to this yearly goal. So every single week on Sunday becomes a day where I plan the week for that upcoming week, right? So I break things down: fitness, faith, family, finances. What are the things that I have to do this week that how many times do I have to do something specific to hit that goal? Fitness, how many times do I have to work out? How do I have to eat? What do I have to do for my hips? Faith, how many times do I have to meditate? How many times do I have to pray? How many times do I have to do an NPR? How many times do I have to do EK, which is existential kink? Then family, how many days, what do I have to do this week to hit these goals with my family? And then finances, like what do I have to do? How many sales calls do I have to have? How many closes do I have to have? How many posts do I have to have? Things like that. There are things that have to be done on a weekly basis to get to that goal. And if you're not willing to do that stuff throughout the week, then you're not going to fucking hit your goal. Then we take that even deeper on a daily basis. What are the 5 major things that I have to do every single day to hit those goals? Okay, like for the longest time, this took me so much time and so much energy and so much, like, I guess, pain because I wasn't fucking getting shit done that, like, it just was unbelievable how tough it was for me to figure out this simple solution. Okay, I had, going through that program that I was talking about, I had weekly things that needed to get done, but what I would do is I would fucking overwhelm myself. I'd have like 8 big things that I had to do that week, and I just couldn't get it done. It just had to be piece by piece by piece. Things that I had to do on a daily basis to piece it together, rather than this big chunk of everything that had to be done. So I had to really simplify it. Small, simple steps. Small, simple steps create momentum that then become big things. That was a game changer when it came to making things more simplified and being able to win not only on a daily basis, but a weekly basis, which then turned into a monthly basis, quarterly basis, and then looking forward to the future, a yearly basis. So if you want to win, you need to set up your week on Sundays. Lay out everything that you need to do this week to get done that's going to help build momentum and move you forward. And then on a daily basis, have a list of 5 things that you have to get done, whether they be big or small, on a daily basis, where you can come closer and closer to achieving your goals. It's really, really simple. Okay? And this is something that's going to be part of our High Performer 16 Intensive, where we're going to break this down and teach you exactly how to do it on a quarterly basis, monthly, weekly, and daily basis. Okay? It's going to lay out exactly what you need to do. Now, if you have more questions, you can connect with me. All you have to do is go to the description of this podcast, and it's going to have links to connect with me on there. You can get in our private Facebook group. You can also get our Lean and Cut Men's Playbook for free. You can also apply for our High Performer 16 Intensive. So if you know that you want to join this program, go ahead and go in the description. Go fill out the application for the High Performer 16 Intensive, and I'm looking forward to talking to you. That's all I have for you today. Always remember to chase your fucking mission. Talk to you tomorrow.